Miss Alsman, if you were leaving under those kinds of circumstances, why wouldn't you get a receipt for the $600 that you say you gave him? I mean, you're not parting as friends. You were leaving, and you were making a substantial payment on what you say you owed him. So it would seem to me to be...
I never thought he would take me to court. I thought it would be through friends that I could pay him off for the car.
I told you.
Well, you weren't friends. Clearly, at that point, you were angry with each other because you just told me that he...
When I left for Vegas in January, we weren't like... We'd gotten to an argument, and he raised his hand to me and called me a really foul word in front of his family. And I said, I'm leaving. And so I got my stuff and got in the car, and we talked about it. And he was almost in tears when I was leaving, like, we should work this out some way. And I was like, no, let me just go for a month. And
nothing to do with the fact that you owe me $1,700?
No, just a second. She's saying, sir, that she gave you $600, and I'm trying to figure out if I believe that. Clearly, how much it is. So that's what I'm trying to ascertain, whether I believe that you received from her, first time you split up. You were leaving him. You told me this whole story, and you said, well, I told him to just keep the money. What I want to know is when you say you gave him the money.
It was a week before Christmas, in actually December. So it was,
and then you stayed together until when?
Well, I left for a month, and I came back in the end of January. I left before Christmas and came back 2 weeks into January. And we got back together again. I want you to tell me exactly under what circumstances you said you gave him the $600. Under the circumstances that I was leaving and going to take the car.
Tell me, were you in the living room, were you in the kitchen, were you in the driveway, were you in the car?
We were upstairs in the bedroom, and
all right, you were upstairs in the bedroom.
I was packing my stuff and leaving for Christmas.
Okay, and he said to you what? And you said to him what? Come on.
I said that I'm leaving, and he said, well, give me money for the car, give me something. And I said, I don't have anything. I said,
just a minute ago.
Jump!
I said, I need the car to leave. You're in your hometown with your family. You'll have your sister's car. I'm going to leave for the month. And this is all I had. I had 2 or 3 paychecks that I had cashed right before we left Northern California to come to Southern California. And I gave him that money to...
Just a minute. So your paychecks were for how much?
There was 3 of them. There were approximately... One was like $250. One was like $140. I don't remember actually all the exact prices for paychecks I saved up because I had money at the time in my bank and I didn't cash the paychecks yet. You had or you had not cashed the paycheck? I had not until we left Northern California. So I had all this money left because of Northern California. Because we're doing okay. You go to the bank and you cash 1 paycheck. I didn't cash the paychecks in front of him. Like at that point, I'd already had the money. So is what you're telling me is you kept cashing your paychecks and storing the money someplace in the house? Yeah. Well, in the bank, and then I had extra money in the house when I was leaving. Well, where'd you get the extra money from? Well, the money that I didn't put in the bank was extra. But you put some of the paycheck money in the bank? Yeah. Well, you're out where you got $600 from. I don't believe that you gave him $600. I'm trying to make sense of your story, madam. Okay. I find it difficult to make sense of your story. I can understand that it's difficult for you to understand your story. All right. You have the car now? Yes. And your agreement was that whoever kept the car paid off the other person. Is that correct? Yes. Why don't you use it together? We bought the car in October of last year. 95. So you didn't use it very long? No. We had it up we were living together in Humboldt. We had it up there for about a month before we came down to San Diego. Okay. A couple months we used it together. Okay, and then it's been in your possession, is that right? Since May, or June, Memorial Day weekend. I've sole had it. Possession. Okay. All right, the judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,600, giving her credit for the 1 payment of $100 that I do believe she made. And the $200? No, sir. No, sir. $1,600. Parties are excused.